Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS. It's time for Owin's Field Report, sponsored by Les Schwab Tire Centers.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, we're fortunate enough to have a lot of really great people that are our sponsors, different companies that are local mostly, and we do the best we can to, well, of course, highlight them, right? Because without them, we're gone. I've said this for 16 years. It's true. Without them, bye-bye. It's just that simple. Ted Liu's one of them. He's an attorney, and he's one of our great friends here at Outdoor GPS, and he loves to go fishing. Also great friends with Rob Dalton, the fishing attorney. That was also our fishing and outdoor attorney for so many years. They're great buddies. But he was up doing some walleye fishing with Blair's Sport Fishing over on the east side of Washington, around the Tri-Cities area. And you can see they put some work on these fish. Was this recently, Ryan? Within the last week, holy smokes. And those are all the perfect eater size, and a few perch down there as well. So, oh, Rob's with them. That's Rob right there on the left. So they went out and had a ball catching walleye. And I'm going to tell you again, everyone, if you haven't done that, just for the fact that they're one of the best eating fish that there is, period. They're a ton of fun to go after, really. And they're just a really cool fish. Hopefully we'll have them around for a long time. We'll see how that all plays out. Ted, thanks for sending those in. We appreciate it. But for a lot of us, we're focused on chrome. It's just that simple. We want to know what's going on at the dam. We want to know what's going on at the falls. They haven't updated for the last couple of days, so only 10 over the Willamette Falls, which means that they're, well, downriver, right where you can hopefully still get to them. Taking a look at Bonneville. It didn't update for yesterday, but yeah, we're in the 20s now, and it won't be long. We've only got a couple of weeks left before the Columbia below Bonneville is done, right? Now, there's already a lot of folks that are sending messages that are speculating that it'll get extended. Let's not talk about that, okay? We need to see what happens between now and then. Hopefully there's a push of fish and everybody gets an opportunity at them before they do close it, because you never know. You never know what they're going to do, no matter what the counts are. I think we've all learned that over the years. River levels, though, this week should stay very stable. The Willamette is forecasted to have a little bit of a bounce towards Friday. But even there, that's not a huge bounce for such a big river, right? A couple of feet, yeah. There might be a day or two if the fish were here, if they are here. I mean, I believe that they are. Where it might be a little bit of a lull on that rise, because really a river on the rise is certainly not the best time to be there. But it's not going to be that bad. I would foresee that I would be more concerned about turbidity, and I wouldn't expect it to blow out, because right now the turbidity is below, or right around 4, for crying out loud. It's pretty darn clear. When we do our Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week, when I'm talking about herring, you'll see one of the reasons why, at least I'll talk about one of the reasons why I'm not going to be adding any color to my baits for this week. But we'll, again, cover that here in just a little bit. But going through the rest of the rivers, you can see the Columbia, same thing, very, very similar to the Willamette. But inside, they did adjust them since yesterday. Everything's going to stay stable until the end of the week, where it is forecasted to have a bounce. We're going to learn from Katie Suniga here in just a minute on what we can expect. There is rain in the forecast, but these are all conditions. Again, smaller rivers, right? If you were going to hit them, you're probably going to be chasing steelhead. This is the time of year, much like I mentioned yesterday, you're going to have crossovers, right? From winter fish to summer runs, where they are available at the very least, and downriver winters. Be very, very cautious with the areas that you spend your time. Don't target fish that are spawning if you can avoid it, meaning high up in the systems. And if you do run across a wild, just treat it with soft gloves, I guess. I don't know the best way to put that. Just, there's nothing more special to us than a wild steelhead. I'm not going to say native, but I'll say wild. Make sure you send an email to Jason over at Procure, and you might have a chance to win that prize pack. Again, it's slanted towards salmon, herring in particular, and we're going to be showing some of those. Matter of fact, 1, 2, pretty much all here, just a little bit as well. So let's find out exactly what we can expect with our weather this week. And Katie, doesn't look like it's changing all that much since yesterday. What can we expect?
The only slight change I see is at the end of the extended forecast, that ridge that we were tracking looks like it's tilting a little, and that could mean a dry last weekend, Easter weekend in March, or things could shift by then. That's why we have to track these conditions for you. Not as much fog for us this morning there at that Rivermark Community Credit Union camera. This is what I'm talking about, so I want to get straight to it. I don't want to bury the lead, as we say. Here's what we have. We have this northwest flow, this trough that's dug way down in. We move through it until we get to Tuesday. This is the one little bump, and we did see this yesterday. Tuesday should be our driest, probably the warmest day that we have until we get to the weekend. That quickly moves through. That next trough starts to come in, but this surface or this upper level low that we're watching, this actually starts dropping down. This is Friday, and then it continues and starts to almost get cut off. You can see right here from the main flow. There is that ridge. Yesterday it was straight up and down. Today it's tilted a bit. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this upper level low. There's a saying in the weather world, cut off low, weather person woe, because these are very, very difficult in predictability. So we'll watch what happens with that. Just be expecting it to change. Showers, pretty much the same as what we saw yesterday, a little today, mainly dry until tomorrow, some tomorrow, and then maybe a little. You can see just that maybe 1/10 of an inch or so on Tuesday, which is that day I told you was the driest, 3/10 of an inch total in the next 3 days. But Wednesday we have that system still look like it's coming in, which would be the rainiest day. Those showers continue to Friday, and then there's what would be the impact Friday, Saturday of that upper level ridge that may be coming in to the Pacific Northwest. We'll have to see how that goes.
Spring break in Oregon.
I know.
I mean, really, what can you expect? I mean, really, that's just the way it works out. Katie, thank you very much as always. Have a great week. I hope you stay dry.
Yes.
Because I know I won't be. I'll
be in here nice and dry. You go outside and get wet.
And I will be. I'm just that dumb. I can't help myself. All right, we also had a question that just came in that Ryan's relaying to me. This was from Len. Is that right, Ryan? Okay, Len had a question about years ago and since then. Lots of questions about a motor cover that I was running on my last boat. It's called Ocean South, Len. They make great motor covers. I'm not able to utilize them on my current boat just because my SHO draws its air from the outside. So that particular manufacturer for my boat right now isn't really an option, but for 99% of them, Ocean South, great motor covers. You can leave them on. You don't have to take them off. And trust me, those cowlings are so expensive. Don't ask me how I know. It's worth having. That's why I had it on my last boat for 5 years. Pulled it off, looked brand new. Anyway, all right, we're going to cut to a quick break. I want to save some time for Jody Smith from Jody Smith Guide Service. We're going to talk about preseason prep for our upcoming turkey season. And trust me, the list is long. But when you can get the advice from one of the very best there is, pay attention. We'll have that when we come back from this break.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by P-Line, because we fish, by Hawken Fishing, perfection in fishing gear, and by Haxton's Canvas and Upholstery, the trusted name of the Pacific Northwest.